favorite parts of what I get to do, but at the same time, it's also one of the hardest, which is I give out awards at the end of the year for select students that have really just been exemplary in their class. These are the kind of students that I like to say, if I could put them in a copy machine and photocopy them 100 times, I'd have the best band in the world. And what's difficult about this is I have so many students in this beginning band this year that I would love to recognize. And so a great band director once told me that the more awards you give out, the harder it is. And so as a rule, I've always limited it to just one award for each category. And so at this time, I'm now going to be giving out awards for exceptional musicians in each of our beginning classes. So each of the band directors, we met together and we talked and we decided which student did we feel like exemplified hard work, great work ethic, great musicianship, and all of the attributes not only of a great musician, but of a great person. And so if your name is called, please come on up to receive your certificate and then stay on up here so you can all be presented together. So up first, we have Most Outstanding 7th Grade Percussionist, and that goes to Sarah Rayner. Up next, we have Most Outstanding Low Brass Student. And this goes to someone who has just worked incredibly hard this year, and this goes to Luke Randall. Up next, we have our Most Outstanding Flute, and this goes to Isabella Wynn Salazar. Up next, we have our Most Outstanding High Brass, and this goes to Nora Sharif. And last but certainly not least, and every single one of these awards was so hard to give, but this class especially has just been such an exceptional class this year. Not to say all of them haven't been. We have our Most Outstanding 7th Grade Clarinet, and this goes to Nola Cook. Let's give one more round of applause for these students. All right, this time if y'all want to go. before we play our last tune, I have a couple thanks to say, and I have a couple awards to give out. First off, thank you all so much for being here tonight and enjoying this experience with us in this concert. The first thing I want to say thank you to is thank you to our supportive principals at Ramay Junior High School, Mrs. Medlock, Mr. Miller, and Mrs. Silvis. You all have been absolutely fantastic, and thank you all so much for your support. I know I saw Mr. Miller here earlier, so thank you so much for being here, Mr. Miller, and supporting the band. I'm appreciative of your support. In addition, thank you to our superintendent, Dr. Colbert, and executive director, Dr. Hudson, for helping make this concert possible as well. I always say thank you so much to our custodians that are at Ramay Junior High School. I mean, those are the real heroes, them, the bus drivers, the people that work in the cafeteria. I mean, those are the people right there that truly keep our school running 100%. I mean, I grew up working in a cabinet shop, and my brother works on the railroad, so I mean, I know the people that really keep things running, so I can wear my fancy jacket up here. I want to say thank you to my fellow band directors, Mr. Vandelinder and Mr. Matt Briska. Thank you so much for your all's help. Without the two of you, this concert absolutely would not have been possible. Mr. Vandelinder helps assist with the 8th grade for the entire year and also teaching the beginner flute class. Mr. Bruska has taught our beginning percussion and also works with our 8th grade percussion every single week. And so I could not do this without them. I want to say thank you to our head band director, Mr. Lawson, our counterparts over at Woodland, Mr. Pond, Mr. Caleb Pond, and Michael Post, and Mr. Trey Antonetti, who's also at the high school. I also want to give a special shout out. I already gave one to Mr. Tyler Osterman, and also our bassoon teacher, Mrs. Abigail Lawson, Miss Abigail Lawson, combining names, Miss Abigail Malden. Miss Abigail Malden, who is actually a high school student and the best bassoon player in all of Arkansas. That is a high schooler, and probably in collegiate as well. Without any of these people, the education of our students just simply would not happen because I could not do this on my own. So can you please give all of those people a round of applause? And now, a very important one that I feel like goes unappreciated too often is the people that make this concert also possible, which is the people that nag the students to be able to practice, the people that drive the students to the concerts, the people that help them get the instruments. I saw a study once that said that teenage girls that have mothers that nag them are more likely to grow up and be successful. And so I've always used that as an excuse to tell students, when your mother nags you to clean your room, you need to absolutely listen. So students, can you please give your families a round of applause for their support of you? Without your all support, simply put, this kind of concert couldn't happen. So thank you all for your continued support of our band program and being able to make this possible. And so finally, our last acknowledgments, and then we will play our final part of the concert. At our last concert, the winter one, we acknowledged the students that qualified for All-Region Orchestra and who were the alternates for All-Region Orchestra and All-Region Jazz Band. But since then, we've had another audition, and that is for All-Region Band. And so this one is the traditional band setting, exactly what you see up here, but made up of students from our region. So these are the junior highs from Springdale, from Farmington, Elkins, here, Greenland, Siloam Springs, and a couple other schools, Prairie Grove, West Fork, a few others that I'm forgetting, but our region is made up of all of those schools, and we had a fantastic number of students make All-Region this year. So when I call your name, can you please stand up to be recognized, and you can just hold your applause till we get through all the names. So on flute, we had Riley Hinton, and you can go ahead, just remain standing. On clarinet, we had Logan McCauley and Jackson Wolf, who was an alternate, but luckily was able to just squeak in to participate. On bass clarinet, getting first chair top band, we had Evan Blaines. On tenor saxophone, we had Gavin Kiles. On horn, we had Sabrina Carney. And then we also had an alternate, Lynx Nett. So Lynx, go ahead and stand on up. On trombone, we had Adriel Cortez. And we had Danny Trainum. And then in percussion, we had Cooper Ellington and Ben Parks. And is there anyone that I'm leaving off of this list? We have another alternate, right? And then yes, we had another alternate for clarinet, Joseph Urban. So go ahead and stand on up. Now can you give these fantastic students a All right, thank you all so much. So they got to go and participate in an honors ensemble made up of the best junior high students in our region, and it was a ton of fun. And so finally we have our 8th grader awards, recognizing some of our best students. Again, students that if I could copy and paste them 100 times, I'd have the best band in America. Up first, we have our 8th grade band Woodwind Award. This is our most outstanding woodwind student. And this award goes to Riley Hinton. Up next, we have our most outstanding 8th grade brass award, and this goes to Sabrina Carney. Up next, we have our most outstanding 8th grade percussion student, and this goes to Cooper Ellington. And last but certainly not least, we have our 8th grade band directors award. This goes to a student who just overall embodies what it means to be a musician, to be a fantastic person, just a student who has absolute excellence in everything they do. And this award goes to a student who just exudes music in everything they do, and truly may be the best musician I have taught up to this point in my career. And this award goes to Evan Bland. He's struggling to hold everything. All right, give me all these students one more round of applause.